What's up, ghouls and gals? It's me, Ryan.T and I'm with the main man, the co-host with the most, Mr.
Syd Retro in the building, man. We back, baby. We're doing another episode. You know what I'm saying? Feels good to be back. I know it's been a minute, but yo, we're gonna get into it, man. We got some good stuff for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy this episode today, man. It's going down. Cheers.
Cheers, ghouls and gals.
Mm-hmm.
This one's going to be a fun one. This one's going to be a nostalgic one for a lot of you ghouls and gals out there, because today we're going to be talking about G.I. Joe, the anime.
The real American hero. You know what I mean?
Is that like was that like a tagline in their show? Was it the show was just called G.I. Joe though, right?
G.I. Joe, and underneath it say
real American heroes.
And that's like the intro to like the song. You know what I'm saying? So the theme song, it's going down.
Okay, so let me get this right out of the way right now. I literally, before watching this movie, I watched the G.I. Joe movie this morning while I was at work. Don't tell my fucking boss. I watched it at work, and I was watching the G.I. Joe movie, and I suddenly realized, I was like, I've never seen a single fucking episode of G.I. Joe, and I don't know jack shit about G.I. Joe. Aside from, of course, like Cobra Commander, you know what I mean? Like, I know that. I know about enough nerdy shit. I've seen Robot Chicken. He comes out in Robot Chicken. And
Snake Eyes, you know.
Yeah, I know about that. I saw the shitty Channing Tatum movies.
You know.
Yeah, I saw those god awful fucking Sony shit universe they were trying to make. I saw that, so I knew about that. So I was watching it, and like, you know, you had been telling me, you're like, yeah, the beginning is fucking like, it's so fucking badass, it's fucking metal. And I was like watching it, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, they would never like let this fly today in like a fucking cartoon. I was like, it is like too cool. Like, it's too cool. Like, it's too cool for kids today. Like, it's way too fucking cool. Like, they have people like going around like shooting and like basically murdering people. They're like wrecking cars and exploding shit. And I was like, this is so fucking metal. I was like, this would be like rated R for like kids today now. I was like, they would like super rated R this. And like this movie, it has like no stop button. Like, as soon as like you see G.I. Joe, and then like it just takes off like a fucking rocket.
The fireworks, fucking explosion, Statue of Liberty, invasion.
Yeah,
they just go into this whole fucking theme song of G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Cobra battling. The first 5 minutes of this movie is epic. It's just a whole battle intro with crazy super visuals.
I like the music though. I like the music in the background. They were like G.I. Joe, and they were like, and Cobra 2. like in the background, they were like Cobra.
They, like at the end, they give Cobra like a little bit. They're like,
they were like, and Cobra's here too. The shooting stuff.
Yeah. And then they're like, okay, that's enough of Cobra. Okay, let's get back to G.I. Joe. Kill some robots.
They're like, G.I. Joe. But and then I like that they didn't waste any time. Like right away, they were like, go Joe. Like right, like every time they do something, they're like, go Joe.
Hell yeah, you already know. As soon as somebody yells go Joe, something about to blow the fuck up. They about to charge this shit. Man, this was, you know, I'm a product of the 80s, man. I'm an 80s baby. So you know, this was the thing. This was, you know, before X-Men, before Spider-Man. This was the shit right here, because it was all new tech. You know what I'm saying?
They're very much like superheroes.
Mutants. I mean, they're basically superheroes with no powers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's a different variant of Batman, if you will.
Yeah,
you know
they're like a vigilante squad.
Yeah, there's a snow guy. There's a fire guy.
I like how like everybody. I like how they have a single guy for every single specific task, and there's no one guy that does all the tasks. He's like, no, I'm the helicopter guy. No, I'm the snow guy. He goes, no, I'm the fire guy. And they're like, shit, well, what the fuck?
They're like, oh, we need a boat. Let's call shipwreck. He's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we need a plane. Call fly guy. You're like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, fuck it, man. He fly.
They were like, so like, speaking of the names and like the team members, They were like so low key racist in this fucking movie, dude. Like
those
they were.
those names that I just named, those were just made up. By the way, those are not like real GI Joe
Those
characters.
sounds like 100% like GI Joe guy names.
Exactly. That's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say. Like, yeah, but the cliches here, the stereotypes in this.
The Asian one is a ninja.
This is the 80s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is
1987
the 80s.
in the made movie. You know what I mean? And for being 87, man, this has a full diverse cast. You know what I mean? Introducing new characters, young with the older people, with Sergeant Slaughter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter's like randomly in there. He's like, yeah, I'm in here too with my hat. Whoa!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Don Johnson as Lieutenant Falcon.
Yeah,
from
randomly
Miami Vice.
Don Johnson. He's like a little horny fucking like military dude in like the fucking movie. He's always trying to like fucking get his dick wet in the movie.
Bro,
like,
that shit was super cringe in here. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that was wild. He like his whole story arc is like they first introduce him and he's like walking into like some secret base with like some little fine blonde honey on his arm, and he's just like, hey bitch, I can show you some shit. I know top secret shit. And she's just like, oh god. And she's like walking in there, and then his brother, his brother like Duke comes out of nowhere and he's just like, hey yo homie, the fuck you doing in here? And he was just like, hey,
who the fuck is this bitch?
He's like, what?
He's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, that was crazy where he was like, yeah, I don't want to fucking get him kicked out necessarily, but he reckless as fuck though.
Yeah, they went through this whole like mock trial because his brother was like a fucking being a goddamn fucking snitch and was like, bro, I gotta go tell the higher ups on you and shit. And he's like, dog, I was just trying to get some ass. We're surrounded by dudes everywhere. There's a bunch of dudes in here. He's like, we need to hire some more bitches up in here, dog. And he's just like, no, go to jail. He's like, go to jail.
Go to fucking jail. Yeah, that shit was funny, man. But he looked like he was like 35, but he was acting like he was 18.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It was
like that him
he's supposed to be like, this is like what you expect from people that are in like high school. You know what I mean? Like, I'm bringing my girlfriend Sally over. Just met her first date, taking her to the base. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? You look like you're 35, bro. Like, you look like you have like 2 kids on the way somewhere, and you just kind of smashed something out on the side. Probably was.
I like that I like that Sergeant Falcon guy and Cobra Commander are going through like the exact same thing. Like he's on trial as well. But
yeah,
the movie starts like going some weird shit. Like it starts off the first 30 minutes, they're like having regular like battles. They're like, they have a sea battle, they have an ice battle, and then out of nowhere they're like, yo, the movie just took some acid. And they like go into like this tunnel and they were like, we have fucking people that throw fucking stars at people, fucking starfish at people, and they suck their faces, and then we have the Power Rangers are here now and shit. Like what the fuck?
It goes like full Cronenberg.
It goes off the rails. Yeah, people are like
full Cronenberg.
Like body horror. Like I was thinking about that.
Absorbing people, all what
their spaceships are alive. Like their spaceships are like.
That's what I'm saying. Like the shit goes crazy, fucking mutant Cronenberg body absorbing.
And the doors are like the penis part. Like the penis part like opens up, and that's the part they come out of. Like it's all normal and shit. And I just thought. I was like totally like blindsided. I was like, is this what G.I. Joe is? I was like, were they fighting like crocodile people and shit? I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I thought they were just fighting like in the war in the army and shit. I was like, let me find out. I was like, people be turning into snakes and shit over here.
Well, you can only like do like regular shit for so long for the ratings to dip, so you gotta do.
So was that new to the villains? Was that a new thing? Were those guys like in the G.I. Joe before? Like, were they fighting against like lizard people and shit?
Well, Cobra Commander was always like hinted at to be something that's non-human.
But then he was human though, right?
This is the first time that they ever showed his face in the cartoon. So before that, you just had the mask on, and you never knew you just thought he was a regular human guy, but you didn't know that, oh shit, like he's actually a lizard person.
But they never talked about like his boss is the fucking
no origin story at all. It was just like Cobra Commander wears a mask, he's the shit. And then like when they did the movie, they were like, okay, we're gonna show his face and give him a backstory.
Yeah.
So that's what they did in there. But before that, you're just like, oh, he was regular. But then you're like, okay, Cobra. And then they're like, oh, he like hisses and shit sometimes when he talks. So you're like, oh, okay, he's probably like a snake person. Yeah, so it always like was hinted at that there were like something else, but not really like, there's not like full on snake people.
Yeah.
On this one they get crazy with it. You know
People
what I
are
mean? But
throwing snakes at other people. Like, what's
yeah,
that guy's name? Serpico, or what the fuck is his name?
Serpentor, Serpico,
Serpentor.
Serpentor.
Serpentor. But yeah, Serpentor. He's like out here,
Yeah.
like he was like got the. He literally has like, I thought they were decoration, like part of his costume, and he just like he's like throwing snakes at people. Which I may add, that's so fucking metal. Like the snakes like eat through people's fucking chest
Yeah.
and shit, and they're like,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
fucking wild.
They did that in like the 80s Conan movie too. Like
Yeah, snakes were in the 80s.
James Earl Jones character, he fucking like took a live snake, turned that shit into an arrow, and shot a bitch with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of took that in there too, to where he got like, okay, the snake dude. But man, Cobra, what did you think of the style of the animation here?
Oh yeah, the
1987. You
animation.
know what I'm saying? The visual style on this, the shots
The
and everything
animation
like that.
is really cool. I like the animation. It's really cool. It reminds me of like that movie Heavy Metal 2000. It reminds me of like that like animation style. And like the animation style is good until like it isn't. Like you can tell when they were in a rush. Like there's sometimes when that guy Duke, like he's wearing like army colors or whatever, and instead of them painting like the radio, they just paint that shit brown. Like they just painted it in the exact same color as whatever shirt he's wearing. That's the color of the radio and like the gun is and shit. Like they're just like, oh, we're in a hurry. But then sometimes he has a normal like color radio and they have all the details and stuff.
Yeah. There's some dope shit. There's some dope stuff in here, man. It's definitely. I'm glad you enjoyed it because you haven't seen it before, so it's like, this is all new to you, but you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's definitely a shock to see all these different characters. You know what I mean, with the art style and full on action, man. This is a product of the '80s.
Oh
so
yeah,
this is fucking action, bazooka, blow up shit.
Yeah.
Like, everything that's a robot can get destroyed. Buildings, tanks.
Shit, no, they were straight murking those Cobra fucking dudes. I just feel like nobody on the G.I. Joe people can get killed.
Yeah, man. It was dope, man. I loved every minute of it. It had me nostalgic. I saw this in theaters. Like I said, they had it in theaters like 2 weeks ago, and I went to go see it. And for the first time in theater, it was really cool. But they kind of had it like cropped out. Like I could tell, it looked like I was watching it on a laptop on the big screen.
Oh, they had it like that. Like that's like the Instagram like ratio.
Like it was like full screen. You know what I'm saying? But it had like 2 borders.
That's weird.
Yeah, I was like, damn, man, it looked real laptopy. I was like, fuck.
They were just playing it off of the fucking LimeWire. The LimeWire.
Yeah, they played it off a laptop. Like, all right, here we go. They just downloaded it. You know what I'm saying?
So speaking of like the story, like the movie starts right off like at the Statue of Liberty. They're like fighting Cobra. Seems like everything is business as usual. You got all the main squad there. You got fucking Snake Eyes is there. You got fucking the rest of them are there. You got the rest of them are there, and they're fighting and stuff like that. And
for sure,
the movie kind of just chugs along like that. Like they fight, break for a little bit, fight again, break, and then fight, and then there's like maybe 30 to 40 minutes left of the movie, maybe 30, like 40, and then they introduce like all this other crazy like Cronenberg shit. Like we see
it just all goes left field. You're like, what the fuck just happened here? Like you said, an acid trip. Like it just goes straight left. You're like, what the fuck? Now there's aliens, there's face huggers.
What did you think of that? Whenever it just takes a weird turn, and then Cobra Commander's storyline is a fucking horror movie. That's like The Fly, but instead of the fly, it's a reptile.
Yes. Yo, and you know what? Now that you say that, that'd be an amazing backstory biopic for G.I. Joe. I'd actually want to see that. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Dr. Doom of G.I. Joe. Like you gotta wear the mask.
Honestly, man, there's a world in which you can make I will kind of getting off topic here, but there's a world in which you can make a G.I. Joe movie, a live action one. Earlier, before we were recording, I was like, oh, there's no way they can make this a live action. And they can, but they would have to make it rated R. It would have to be a rated R G.I. Joe movie that's set in the 80s and that has to do with them, like kind of like what they're doing in this movie. Like they go and like kind of find out about Cobra Commander's like origins and stuff like that. And they have to stop, they just basically have to stop Cobra. You know what I mean? But they can throw in like so much like like, you know, like horror stuff. Like fucking people are turning into snakes in this movie. They fly
Exactly.
in insect fucking bodies. They
Yeah.
have like their weapons are like alive and shit like that. Like there's so much fucking shit you could do with this fucking movie.
Yeah, in the new iterations of GI Joe, they're more government rogue
Yeah, I can see
agents,
that.
and they, you know, like in the movies, how they just like they do missions and stuff, and there's
Yeah.
not really no Cobra element to it. There's no snake people. There's no. It's just the evil anti-faction, you know, evil
Yeah.
fucking force that
The
does it.
bad guys.
But in the newer ones, like they take the fucking people a lot more seriously. I forgot what it's called. It's like GI Joe something or other. We'll put it in here. I'm gonna send it to you on
I'll
here.
look it up.
But it's like super serious, and they have this fucking Storm Shadow showdown where he like shows out at this guy. You know, they're hiding out in the cabin, and Storm Shadow shows up, and he just fucks everything up. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my god! I was like, oh shit, this is like
Where was Storm Shadow in this movie?
in the background.
Was he even in it?
Background, in the fucking background. Because I've seen them a couple of times. They're like, okay, they're not new. All right. You know, I feel like they use the movie to introduce new characters and try to not so much focus on the people that everybody knew and kind of make it a little bit
like
fresh.
that was the purpose of this movie, right? They're like, we out with the old, in with the new. Like, we hope that they really like this fucking basketball dude and stereotypical Asian lady and horny sexual harassment panda guy over here, Duke. I touched your booty, kaboom.
Duke was just on it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro. Duke was
not
on
Duke,
it,
Sergeant Falcon rather.
Oh, Falcon. Oh yeah, because Duke was hurt.
Duke was a good guy. Duke was.
Oh yeah, he's solid. It's the blonde dude.
Yeah, Duke was trying to look out. He's like, stop sexually harassing people, bro.
Yeah, Falcon. Yeah, Duke called that shit early. Yo, stop right now.
Yeah,
like,
stop. They're about to meet you your ass. Shit. Please stop. They're gonna cancel you, dog.
He's like, bro, he gotta be a sex addict. He bringing girls to base.
Yeah, he's like, you're a sexual predator, dog. You're luring her down to this fucking dungeon.
For real, trying to take lock up. But yeah, yo. So, yeah, man. They tried to introduce some new characters on here, but I feel like they did a good. I feel like they did a good job with this, man. There's action packed, cliche shit. There's a lot of cliche, the Asian shit.
Bro, you know speaking of those new characters, did you like that guy?
Which one?
That guy, the new guy, what's his name? Serpico. Did you like that guy?
Oh, Serpentor? Yeah, he was dope. I like Serpentor because I like his he got the flying tech, you know what I'm saying? Like he got all the alien tech. You know what I'm saying? Like he's cool, like he don't give a fuck about Cobra Commander. He's like, bro, you ain't shit.
No, when they first meet that guy,
whole shit, bro, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's my favorite part of the movie when they first meet. What Cobra Commander is low-key fucking hilarious though. Like low-key fucking hilarious as fuck. He spends the whole movie like having like a fucking nervous fucking breakdown. He's like, retreat. And then he like goes and meets fucking what's his name? Serpentor.
Yeah, Serpentor, yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, oh yo, this is my boy Serpentor. Like he's we were from way back. You know what I mean? Like he's my homie. And everybody's impressed for like a slight second. All the other Cobra Squad's like, oh shit, like my boy Cobra Commander actually knows some real motherfuckers. Okay. And then they were like, right away, the fucking Serpentor guy like throws him under the fucking bus. He's like, dog, you're a bitch. You keep failing. Fuck you. You suck. And then his whole squad's like, yeah, he does suck. And then the Cobra Commander's like, no, my squad's gonna back me up. He's like, fuck you, Serpentor. He's like, squad, tell him what's up. They were like, nah, he sucks. Fuck him. And fuck the fucking horse he rode on. That was hilarious, dude. That was fucking low-key hilarious.
Yeah. Serpentor is dope though, man. I like Serpentor. And you know what too? There's like another main villain in here.
Yeah, that guy that's like Archangel from X-Men. Right? Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about him. So in G.I. Joe, the cartoon, like Cobra's like right-hand man or like the second in command is like Destro. He's all chrome.
Yeah, that guy. He looks like Billy Zane, but with chrome paint.
Exactly. But he doesn't do shit.
Yeah, he's just always there like.
Yeah, he's just in the background like, what you gonna do?
In the background looking distinguished, not doing a goddamn fucking thing. Man, look, you know what? A lot of these motherfucking Cobra people and G.I. Joe people just be fucking standing around during the battle. I saw that shit. There was like 4 or 5 like real motherfuckers in there like shooting at each other, and the other ones kind of just be like walking around in circles in the background and shit. Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, there's a lot of everybody want to be a chief, but they're a whole bunch of Indians. But yeah, it's funny to see because Cobra's team, they're so shady. They'll turn on each other in a heartbeat. It doesn't matter who it is because what I'm saying. But who got them there? You know what I'm saying? They got all that tech. They fucking doing all kinds of crazy shit. They're literally warring with like the #1 country in the world, and they're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that guy. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Let me run to the bathroom.
We'll be right back, ghouls and gals. We're gonna go on a commercial break.
Hi guys, I'm the Golden Genie. Make a wish.
Yeah, sure. Then put golden in a brown bottle. Looks smooth.
Got another wish?
Jerry, the big leagues. I want to be a great pitcher. Jerry.
Try Cold Age Golden, now in the brown bottle and smooth as ever.
He meant baseball pitcher.
Oh, no problem.
Oh.
No?
It's the Joes! Where's the new Cobra Commander?
Here, with the new Cobra Pogo! Now it's in front of you, now it's behind! Raptor, let's take off and attack!
Cobra! Joe's got trouble! He's got it bad! Cause Cobra's got a pogo and it's up in mad! Right back! You and Tunnel Rat set up a slam defense! On the run for gun! G.I. Joe!
Cobra!
G.I. Joe! American hero!
What will happen? Find out in Marvel Comics.
Sauerländer Gurken, knackig im Biss.
And we're back, ghouls and gals. We're back to talk about some more Gojo! That's right, ghouls and gals. If you're just tuning in right now, or if you just started watching the video randomly in the middle of the video, you're a fucking weirdo. And also, we're talking about G.I. Joe. But yeah, what were we talking about before those commercials break? Oh yeah, whenever Cobra Commander meets that guy Serpentor. I keep forgetting his fucking name. I don't know why. Yeah, whenever he meets him, they have like this kind of like celebrity fucking apprentice type fucking interaction where he's just kind of like, you're fired, and like he gets fired, then everybody clowns on him, and he's kind of like, oh god, no. And if that's not enough, they like open up some weird ass like grapefruit, and it's like, and like it throws like fucking like acid in his face, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah,
that was wild. And then he slowly starts turning into a fucking snake, which is also really fitting. I mean, Cobra Commander, he turns into a cobra. That's very fitting. But I mean, it was fucking crazy. And then towards the end of the movie, it's very fucking metal and like fucking like just kind of like traumatizing and scary. He was like, once a man. Imagine seeing that in like live action, and how fucking terrifying that would be. Like some guy slowly morphing into a fucking anaconda and like screaming, once a man.
Yeah, that shit was dope, man. That was the first time that we ever seen Cobra Commander's face in the animated cartoon. You know what I'm saying? In the shit, man. They always
kind of
hinted
like a dude,
to it.
right?
We just thought he was a regular guy or whatever, and then bam, now he got the snake face and shit. Now he's doing some crazy shit, man. It was like, damn.
And I like that he has to be forced to work with one of the GI Joes, and the GI Joe he works with is like a fucking slam poetry GI Joe. He's like, hey, he like goes blind also, and he's like, hey, I don't need, and then also like he fucking like it goes up against somebody. He's like, I only need ears to beat your ears. And he like fucking has like those kind of like rhymes.
Those fucking terrible ass one-liners and shit. And then fucking Cobra Commander's just being a fucking manic asshole. And he's like, run straight. You're like, what the fuck, bro?
And he's like,
this is like a weird combo. Like
He's
The
like, don't lose
Fugitive.
your wits, or we'll call it quits.
Yeah, it was like The Fugitive, but like one man's a snake, one guy's a black guy. Like, wait, was he black? I don't remember. Was
he was a black dude.
Yeah, he was.
Of course,
yeah,
it was the 80s, and he was like rapping. He has to be black.
Yeah. He's probably breakdancing. Like, if the glove don't fit,
Yeah,
you
he was
don't
doing
quit.
the he was like, yeah, oh go. He's like, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. I was like, fuck. It's definitely a product of the 80s. They had, of course, the Asian chick is a ninja. You know what I mean?
The black dude recruit is like a basketball player that only speaks in like basketball talk. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna run the half court. It's overtime. And I was like, what are you talking about? You're not in a basketball game. You're in a fucking war situation.
Yeah, man. Really cliche stuff, man.
Yeah,
some real suicide squad.
Yeah, the real
shit.
Suicide Squad. And it's also really stereotypical. I mean, they have the white guy as a sexual harasser. I mean, all the stereotypes are there.
Can't leave the Asian women alone. Always after her.
He's like, oh yeah, girl, love me long time, huh? He's like, huh, Suki? And she's like, that's not my name. That's not my name.
Yeah, that was crazy. Even at the end, they like made it a point to like they insinuate like they kind of hook up. Like, yeah, they watched the sunset together.
Grabbed her from the head. You got grabbed her from the head and was like, kiss me, kiss me.
Oh my god, that shit would have had a underrated.
He said, call me a big, strong American man.
Yo, in the training session, they were like, the guy was beating the shit out of her.
Yeah, and she was like, oh, let me. Yeah, she's like, let me blind myself so I can be better at fighting. Because me not being able to see you would be way better in this fight.
For real, bro. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, you almost get raped, and you're like, hold on, let me blindfold myself.
Yeah. You also want to handcuff yourself as well?
I was like, why didn't you just close your eyes and fight him? Like, why? Like, what? Well, we got to go through all of this shit because he was like beating on her and shit. And I was like,
yeah, he was like, and he was like, hey, bitch, don't pack your. She's like, pack your shit. You won't be here long. And she's like, oh.
That's what you think.
Yeah, she's like, that's what you think. Give me 10 minutes so I can get my blindfold out of my bag. And then she put her blindfold on and she's like, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I was interested in her character, but then I thought it was just so, so cliche that they got her hooking up. I was like, he's just chasing her the whole movie and shit. I was like, fuck, man. Where's Snake Eyes at?
Yeah,
like, shouldn't the ninja chick be like chasing the ninja guy?
Yeah, he's like,
shouldn't he be? I guess he's so mysterious that she just
like,
can't find him.
He's like, I don't date
Asians. The black ninja is missing in action.
Yeah, he's like, we have the Asian chick now.
Yeah, for real, man.
That
so
whole
what?
Sequence is weird. It's funny though.
What did Yeah. So what did you think like overall? Because everything is new for you, pretty much outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? The characters are super dated, of course. You know what I'm saying? The character design is
they're cool. It's really like hardcore.
The character design, I feel like it's
like really gritty.
Like now that stuff is back, like the patches.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, like all this stuff is pretty much back right now. Like it looks super cool. Everybody's so unique. They have their own look to them for the most part.
Yeah.
A lot of the characters, but what was the worst thing what was the worst thing about this movie for you? Where you were just like, what I'm saying, like. Of course, this is like funny, campy, and the Saturday morning and shit. But like, what was the worst thing? Because I want like somebody that didn't grow up. Because this is all nostalgia for me. So this could do no wrong for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they almost killed the guy off. You know what I'm saying? They showed Cobra Commander's face. Like new characters, explosions. Like I'm like this. It checked all my boxes when I was fucking 5 years old when this.
Oh
shit
yeah,
came
if
out.
I was a kid watching this, I'd be like, what the fuck? This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, renting this at the video store. So this didn't come on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to go to the video store. You had to go rent this. And he had no idea that it was coming out. He was like, oh, shit, what the fuck? This is G.I. Joe movie? So this shit was super lit for me. But like a lot of the characters that you were familiar with, like you said, and I didn't even realize it, that they really made them stand like on the background.
And they're in the poster. They're like front and center in the poster. They're like swinging like on a rope, and I'm like, I thought these motherfuckers were gonna be out here like fucking doing ninja swords and throwing stars and shit.
Yeah, they're there, but they're not like. Yeah, they're just
they're
in the back.
In the back smoking a J, like chilling, dude. They're like, yeah, Duke, you got it.
So what would that be the biggest thing?
No,
that
what I didn't like about it is that what I didn't like is also what I did like. I didn't like that the movie kind of like the movie's almost 2 hours long. Like for an animated movie, that's pretty long. It's like an hour 47 minutes long, and the movie doesn't really have an actual like plot until like the last like 30 25 minutes when they were like, we have to stop this thing that they're going to shoot, and they're going to turn everybody into lizards. And like and I was like, what the fuck? Because the whole movie they kind of just spend it kind of like they fight, they take a break, they fight, they take a break, and then like they finally fight, and then he retreats. Cobra Kai retreats, because I guess he always fucking does that every time they fight. He's like, retreat.
Always. Yeah, he's a big he always yells retreat every time.
And then they meet the other guy, they meet the two bad guys, and everything gets all wacky and crazy and shit. And then they kind of like pause on that for a minute. We don't see those guys for a little while. And then it goes back to what you were saying when they were like, oh, they wanted to introduce these new characters. And they spend like 40 fucking minutes introducing these new fucking characters. And like, if I was a kid and I'm watching this, I'm like, where the fuck is Storm Shadow? Where's Snake Eyes? I was like, I don't care about fucking racist stereotype team that Suicide Squad you're trying to make. What the fuck is this shit? And then like finally like the movie gets kicking up and going again. And then that's whenever the movie's like, yeah, we're keeping the same momentum from the first 10 minutes. We're going to be like, they literally start the last half of the movie off, the third act of the movie, by kicking like the door down of Cobra Command Center. They're like, yeah, bah, 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 bah. And that's that was my favorite part of the movie, when the fucking renegade fucking Sergeant Slaughter team just goes in there and they just start fucking murking motherfuckers. They blast a hole through one fucking dude and he like flies through like a wall and shit. Like, whenever this movie is doing the action, it's like so fucking like metal action. Like the action is like super 80s, but like it's so fucking metal. And maybe it's because of the way that like it's drawn and stuff. It feels like if I'm watching like a fucking I feel like if the song The One from Metallica is gonna fucking play any moment, like some fucking hardcore like heavy metal music where they're like like shooting and shit.
That's the thing. If you put this movie on as background and you just put whatever songs that you turning up on, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be like, yo, this shit is hard as fuck, because you know it's a great visual. It's a great thing to have in the background, man.
Yeah, this movie is super fun.
They introduced some new characters like the Archangel character that you're talking about.
Do they ever come back in the cartoon?
I don't even remember. I just remember them in this right here, but I'm sure they probably did, because you know this was the movie and you can't just not, you know, they were introducing new characters and stuff. So this was probably some new villains for a while and stuff, but you know, I don't remember. I haven't seen all the seasons of G.I. Joe in a long time, man. You know, there's a lot of seasons of this shit. But I would definitely recommend, if anybody has not seen G.I. Joe, this is definitely
watch this movie.
One of the shits that you need to check out and watch.
Bonkers as fuck.
Yes. Yeah. Like, this is made for kids. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, not even just that the movie, like, going in, I thought G.I. Joe, like they were going to be doing like regular military shit. They're fucking fighting against like basically aliens. I was like, what the fuck? Like snake people.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically sci-fi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some early Starship.
So like the movie's so like morose and so like it kind of has this kind of like nihilistic like take on it. Like they're kind of like, yeah, fucking Cobra Commander, he continues to be a fucking snake. And they were like, and Duke, he's dead forever. Wait, we can't kill Duke. He's okay, I guess. I like that at the end. They were like, I got a call from Duke. They said he's okay.
What? Duke's okay? Hey guys, guess what? Duke's okay. Go Joe. You're like, bro, come on, man. That's wild. Yeah. They but I like how they went left field with this shit too, because this is all new. Like this shit, all of this is the Cronenberg shit, the flying bugs and the fucking plant life in the all this crazy shit. Yeah, it's wild, man.
It
Definitely
honestly
worth it.
feels like the end of G.I. Joe. Like if I didn't know like any better, if they said like, oh yeah, the movie was the last thing they made, I'd be like, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like it kind of just feels like they're like, yeah, we finally defeated Cobra Commander. Like he's basically fucking dead, and we beat his main guy and the other main guy. And they're like, kind of defeated evil, guys. You know what I mean? Cobra Commander's dead. You know, it does feel like it's the end of like the show. Like it could serve as like the series finale. But
what do you
guess
think
if
of
they're going after
the
that-
dude with the eye patch and like the floating crab?
Yeah, he was like really the main villain. Like he was kind of like the main villain. He just wasn't as memorable as the snake guy. Who the snake guy was going around like, yeah. Serpentor was like on some He-Man shit, like stabbing motherfuckers with snakes and shit like that.
Yeah. The other dude was he was like, what the fuck's going on with this insectoid?
Yeah, he was like, he looked like Frieza whenever Frieza was in Dragon Ball Z, like in that little pod, like just going around everywhere. That's what he looked like. He looked wild as hell.
Yeah, I love the character design on here, man. It's just
I like that all the characters, even though some of them are kind of like generic-y, they all like kind of stand out. Like they all have like their thing. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, he's the ice guy, he's this guy, and then they all kind of have like their own like little like. Some of them are like a Texas guy. Another one, they're like, hey, I'm the flame guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I think that like the flame guy, I think his name is like Barbecue.
Or like, some shit like that.
You know what I mean? Shit like that. You're like, bruh, okay. Like I'm down with this. Like I don't give a fuck. I didn't want somebody with a flamethrower running around to flame some shit the fuck up. And I hope he's from Texas and his name's Barbecue. You know what I mean?
All in all, man, I dug this movie. I liked it for what it was. It like you said, it's a campy like action movie that's like filled with like fucking 80s testosterone. You can tell like if the people that made this movie were given the right of way to make this like a live action movie, they would have did this like right away. Just spent all the money in making this like crazy as fuck. Because this movie
budget
is
would have been super crazy, the budget for this. Super crazy. All the sets and shit, like all this, you know what I'm saying? They go all over the place with this shit, bro. That's fucking.
It's also crazy to think that the greatest G.I. Joe movie we're ever gonna get is this one, the 1987. I wouldn't say 78, the 1987 fucking animated G.I. Joe movie. I don't think they're ever gonna make anything better. What Snake Eyes was a fucking flop. Fucking G.I. Joe 1 was a flop with fucking Martin Wayans and Channing Tatum.
I kind of liked it because it was G.I. Joe. That's the first time we see it on screen.
He's Duke, right?
Like looking back, I was like, damn, this shit is pretty trash. You know, such a cliche Hollywood polished version of it. You know what I mean? But I like the fact that they try to put Marlon Wayans in it. They tried to do, what was it, Shannon Tatum, I think, right?
Channing Tatum, Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans. Who else was in there? Like, you know, they had a great Snake Eyes.
People, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a little bit of a formula, but the second one was so trash, bro. Oh my God.
Wasn't Bruce Willis in the second one?
I have no idea, but I hope not. Oh, I think he was. I think he played Duke.
No, he played Joe. He's like, call me Joe.
Oh God. He was G.I. Joe. Fuck. The first Joe or something.
But okay. So going into G.I. Joe, I thought G.I. Joe was a dude. Like I knew it was the name of the team, but I thought there was a guy. He's like, no, like I'm G.I. Joe. Like I'm the Captain America of the team.
So like I don't know, like the internet can correct me if I'm wrong, but they just used to call like people that were in the army like Joes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's crazy. But that's like some old school like 50s, 60s shit. Like G.I. Joe. I don't even know what G.I. stands for. Like that's crazy. Like what the fuck, G.I. Joe?
Government issue
Joe.
Yeah.
The standard guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
The regular guy.
Even though the G.I. Joes are anything but standard, they're like the most flamboyant, loud dressed fucking team ever. I think it's hilarious that they have no fucking uniform. People are wearing ninja outfits, basketball shorts, and people are fucking wearing sailor outfits.
Is that the G.I. Joe, like the Joes, they're supposed to be the best at what they're at too. So you know what I'm saying? They're like I don't. In the movies, they made them like renegade shit to where they were like against the thing. But in the cartoons, like they worked with the government. But in the early in this one, like they work with the government. But in like the later cartoons, the GI Joes, like they don't work with the government. They're like a renegade, like fucking.
They're like
they're
they're
not
like
even
their
supposed
own
to be
thing.
doing like none of the missions and shit. Like they're just fighting Cobra like off the rip, and that's what I was like. What I was like, oh shit, like what the fuck? That's you know, they went a whole nother level with it on that shit.
But yeah, man. All in all, I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was crazy. I thought it was wacky. I thought it was super 80s. And I like all that shit. I mean, it's campy fun. It's just campy, like shoot 'em up, fucking fun. And I could see how like people are nostalgic for this because it is a well drawn. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's well written because it's fucking just like there's no like plot to it. I think for a lot of times they're not even really talking, right? A lot of it is them just kind of like, oh, and then like, oh, go Joe. Like a lot of it
it's
is
a lot of
that.
action. The dialogue is not much there in the script. You know what I'm saying? But it's an action movie, so
yeah,
that's what you're gonna get with that.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, man. I really did dig that.
It's a wild, fun ride.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting that they didn't make another GI Joe animated movie, or maybe they did. I'm just not aware of it.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I think they did a like a mini series. They did like a part like 1 through 5 that I have on VHS. But they would just do like one of those, like what I'm saying, part 1, part 2, part 3 would be like a 2-hour episode, 3-hour episode.
That Stranger Things edit.
Yeah, the Stranger Things epic, man. I still have not finished the last season of Stranger Things. I watched the first.
You need to get on that.
I know, man. I know.
It's the 80s vibes, bro. Hardcore 80s vibes.
I know that's what people have been talking. But I'm watching the 80s shit. I've just seen this in theater. I just saw Fifth Element in theater. I'm on my throwback. So that should fit right in though. So we're gonna check it.
So what if you had to rate this movie? I'm sure you're probably gonna give this like a 10 out of 10.
So you know what though? I'm gonna rate it. The 80s kid in me is gonna be I'm gonna rate this a probably like a 4. You know what I'm saying? But like realistically, if you've never seen G.I. Joes before, I would probably give this a 3. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all action, it's no storyline and stuff like that. And like I feel like people nowadays, like they really need like a storyline. They really need like, you know what I'm saying? Like they want that Stranger Things. Like I want season 3 to be cool, and then when season 4 comes out, it fucking destroys season 3. You know what I'm saying? Like they want that next thing. Like this, it was the next thing, but there was nothing to follow up with this. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like this was the big bang. Like this is all you get. This is a G.I. Joe movie, creme de la creme, the 80s. You know what I'm saying? No storyline, just a bunch of wild, crazy shit.
So you're gonna do a 4 out of 10?
Out of 10. Okay, a 4 out. No, I would give it out of 10. Okay, out of 10, damn, because what I want to say really out of 10, I would say like this is like an 8 for me.
Yeah,
this is an 8 for me. But I would say for like the avid person, I would feel like this is probably like a 6.5. You know what I'm saying? Like because if you're looking for this and you want to get into G.I. Joe, like the characters that they introduce here, you're not gonna see much of. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a one-off shoot. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just as dope as it's going to get for G.I. Joe right here. So that's why I'm like, I want to give it. I honestly
think this is the only way that I would have enjoyed G.I. Joe. I don't think I would have dug watching the cartoon. I think I dig the movie a whole lot more than I would have dug.
But would this get you interested in watching the cartoon? Like, you want to see more of this? Like, you want to see like more of the tech? You know what I'm saying? More of the fucking like, laser blast, people them killing robots and shit like that. Because this is a great like intro to it, but this is just like an action version. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like an hour and 40 minutes, like full on like movie version. Like the other ones are like 25 minutes. Storyline simple.
And you know me, man. I always want to make everything like dirty. So I was like watching it, and I kept thinking, I was like, why hasn't anybody ever done this like on Adult Swim and have them like fucking like fucking each other and like cussing and like fucking murdering people and then like drinking beer and smoking cigarettes. I think it'd be hilarious if they repurposed the old G.I. Joe cartoon and made it like how you know that cartoon C Lab 2021 where they just had other actors like do the voice and it was like funny. I think it'd be cool if they did that. Like I think it'd be hilarious. They need to like do something like that. I feel like G.I. Joe, like it's something that's like if they played up the campy factor of it and like kind of like the funniness of it, like there's no reason why G.I. Joe shouldn't be like a cartoon like right now. Like you know what I mean?
There's
like,
no reason why G.I. Joe shouldn't be a franchise right now.
Yeah, because it's easy, but after watching this movie, I think the people that keep trying to make it like don't get it, that they kind of keep trying to make it like serious. And G.I. Joe is like far from fucking serious. It's kind of played kind of like funny, like tongue in cheek.
That's what I said. Like this is like the Army Suicide Squad. This is the ragtag team where everybody does their own little things, right? They come together and they pull off the fucking suicide mission and they all go home. That's G.I. Joe shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I also think a lot of the magic gets kind of like lost in translation there whenever they're trying to like bring something that like, you know what I mean? Like that's not serious and bring it into like a movie like spectrum. And they're kind of like, well, we have to have Cobra Commander serious. He can't be like goofy and be like retreat. Like he has to be like, oh, like Darth Vader or some shit. And like, that's not how that character is. That character is like kind of silly.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Just like Skeletor. Like a lot of the 80s cartoon villains, they're fucking silly. The Shredder. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's some silly shit. So that's why they really need, you know.
That's why.
But I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it the 8 out of 10 for fucking 80s action cartoons. This is 8 out of 10 across the board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me. But if you're not in the 80s cartoons and you just watch this shit, it's a dumb, silly watch. It's this action. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun. It's fun.
So bad that it's good, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. That's honestly like how I viewed like the GI, like what going into it, I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch it kind of like how I would watch kind of like The Room or something. You know what I mean? And there was multiple times where like I was like I would like was like laughing, like straight up like laughing, like, oh, what the fuck? Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like the sexual harassment scene was one scene that made me laugh like really hardcore because I didn't know if it was like serious or like what was going on. That made me laugh. That was funny. And then
when Sergeant Slaughter smacked the shit out of him in the
that was funny. All that stuff was funny.
Yo, he smacked the shit out of this dude twice in the thing, and that shit was like, bah! And then he does the shit, bah! And he smacked him again, bro. I had to rewind that shit because I was like, bro, I don't remember Sergeant Slaughter smacking the shit out of like a G.I. Joe army recruit like a bitch.
Yeah, the Falcon guy. He didn't like Falcon, man. They didn't like Falcon, bro.
He didn't. And that's why he was smacking him like a bitch, because he had that bitch
like,
fucking vibe, bro. Get your fucking rapey ass the fuck up out of here, bro. He smacked the shit out of that. Yo, for real, he did. He smacked.
There was one part where they show Sergeant Slaughter eating like breakfast with everybody, and like that guy Falcon is late. And they were like, oh, we just finished eating breakfast. And I remember I started laughing because those motherfuckers were eating ribs for breakfast. Like they had a rack of fucking ribs. I was like, what the fuck?
That's that American shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of the movie was like, I mean, it's cool like in like the most 80s way possible. Like it's so enjoyable and it's just so like, it's just so cool to know that like this was made at all. Because they wouldn't make this today. And it wouldn't look like this today.
Bro, when I was watching this, you know what I was thinking? I was like, this is like the inspiration for like the team for Predator.
Kind of, yeah. Did this come out before?
They had the Native American guy.
Oh, yeah.
They
did have
guy.
the Native American guy for a little bit.
They had the fucking, they had the white guy.
You had the wrestler, huh?
Everybody had their own shit. The Native American dude was the fucking tracker.
That's it. You know what? That would be actually good, dude. Like G.I. Joe versus like some sort of like creature or something like that. That would be fucking cool.
And that's what they're trying to do with like the snake and the, you know, Serpentor and the snake race and the aliens and all that shit. Like if they made a movie based off the animated movie, it'd be super duper crazy. Same thing with Transformers.
I feel like G.I. Joe is ripe for like a good mature, like make it
reboot.
Like rated R, like rated R. Make that shit rated R. I want to see Duke, fuck that. I want to see fucking Captain Falcon. Fuck that Asian chick in the fucking secret layer. I want it to be on some like Euphoria vibes with fucking laser guns and shit.
But consensual though.
Yeah. He's like, come here, my little kung pao chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, and then she kicks him in the fucking right in the fucking.
Didn't she do that? Didn't she do that to somebody?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Didn't she kick somebody in the dick in the movie too? Right?
I feel like she kicked him in the dick. I feel like she fucking, you know what I'm saying? He was like trying to take her tools and shit when she was working on the thing. He was doing a little too much, man. It was crazy.
He's like, I'm gonna be on you like white on rice, girl. And she's just like, oh, please stop.
Yeah, for real. Like, she's like, I didn't sign up for this, sir.
Yeah. She's like,
You're not
I'm a
even supposed to
Joe.
be here. She's like,
He's like, I'm a Joe, not your hoe.
And he just pulled the fucking blonde chick at the base.
Yeah, like 2 seconds
all right.
earlier.
Yeah, we going off track. You know what I'm saying? That's that G.I. Joe shit. You know, they be smashing out randos everywhere they go. Yo, Joe. Yo,
Joe. But yeah, honestly, I'll just end this review by saying that go Joe. Honestly, go watch this movie.
Joe.
This movie is hilarious. It's super campy. Smoke some, drink some, watch this movie.
Yes.
You'll have a blast. You'll honestly have a blast.
You will. You definitely will, bro. You know, why did they show Snake Eyes where he just cut vines and then that's it for the rest of the movie? Yeah, he's like, that's it. For the rest of the movie, you don't see Snake Eyes. It's crazy. But it's still good because on that fucking, it definitely goes on that Cronenberg shit.
It really
the last
does.
20 minutes.
So it has the horror there. The
go
body
check it out. Go check it out. It's worth it. It's so bad that it's good and it's so weird that it's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you've never seen it before, this will be a great intro to G.I. Joe, guys.
All right, I'm Ryan.T, and he's
Syd motherfucking Retro. Go Joe. Cobra.
Right.
Retreat.
We'll see you boys and gals in the next one.
This is our